Welcome to the Spring Rain collection from the BargainBeadBox. This is what I made. Yes, I think I went a little nuts this month. I don't know. There was just so many ideas that came in my head to make all this stuff. And yeah, so we'll get into it here. We're going to start with the findings. So the first one on our list, I know we're going a little bit backwards here at 19, but this is 3 sets of 25mm by 14mm teardrop toggle clasps. One of my favorites, and look at that, it's so cool. I love the texture in these. I love antique copper looking findings. I think they're so pretty. The next is a two pieces of 30 by 21mm fancy shield links. I have 2 packages of this, 4 pieces in each, of 17 by 16mm fan chandelier links. So I'm not sure if I was supposed to get 2 of these, but I got 2 of these. This is 4 pieces of 26 by 17 chandelier findings. Really good for, like, you know, if you want to make earrings or even bracelet components. Next one is number 1. It's a 36mm teardrop chandelier focal. Number 17 is 50 pieces, 7mm teardrop drops. I don't know if you can see, but if you look really closely, there's like little leafy textures on the top of these. This is 1 meter of 3 by 2mm steel jewelry chain. It's an antique copper. Always get quite a bit of chain. Number 14 is the 10-gram bag of 5 by 4mm fluted rondelle beads. Next is number 18, 50 pieces of 5.5mm bumpy star bead caps. Okay, number 9, 10-gram bag of 15.5mm dagger drops. Number 16, 10-inch strand 6mm stardust textured round glass beads. These are a blue-green metallic. Number 10 is a 12-piece strand, 10mm matte stripe crystal round beads, blue-green iris. Number 22 is 4.5-inch strand 8mm quartz round beads. These are aqua waves. Number 8, 7-inch strand of 4 by 3mm crystal rondo beads. These are frosted aqua. Number 13 is a 10-piece 12 by 6mm crystal teardrop briolette bead. So these are teal champagne. Number 4 is a 25 by 15mm faceted aqua quartz teardrop pendant. Number 15, and I think this is my absolute favorite in this whole bag, is 5 pieces of 32 by 38mm agate top drilled drop beads. These are crackled aqua. 21 is a 7-inch strand 6mm crackle agate round beads. The color is light aqua. Number 6 is 10-piece 13.5 by 10.5mm pressed glass leaf charms in aqua ombre. Number 7 is a 6-inch strand 6.5mm top drilled glass rondelle beads in aqua shimmer. These are very unique. I don't have anything like this either in my stash. Number 12 is a 2-piece 16 by 8mm handmade porcelain oval beads in spring rain. And number 11 is 14-inch strand 2mm finely faceted natural apatite gemstone round beads. So before I begin, this is all I have left from the Spring Rain BargainBeadBox. And I think this one, this little bead here was used to keep some of the stones that I got separated so they wouldn't get broken or scratched. Yeah, insane, right? Okay, so we'll start with this one first. This is the first pendant focal type cluster that I made. So as you can see, I just started building up all different types of beads that we had and just scattered them across this pendant. I used memory wire to make the actual U. I find memory wire is perfect because it just keeps it keeps the shape that you want it to keep. I pulled it a little bit just to make it a little bit wider, and honestly, it won't even move. And then I used 3 of the dagger beads. And I also did my own head pins. I'll just show you quickly here what I did. So I used a piece of half round wire. I think it was about 2 1/4 inches, if I'm not mistaken. And I just held it in the middle with my round nose pliers, my very tiny round nose pliers. Bent it around the plier. And then bent it back to make the little circle, like to make the little loop. And then just wrapped it around and tucked it in. And honestly, it doesn't take very long. That's a really nice, easy way to make your head pins. That's when I made the pendant with the 36mm teardrop chandelier focal. I, again, used some of my half round, I think it was 18 gauge, half round 18 gauge wire to make the bail and twist it around that stone. And then I just clustered a couple of little beads on there and then paired it with one of the teardrop toggle clasps. I like to interchange some of my pieces. I did that so it'd be easy to, you know, take this piece off and add a different pendant if you choose. All right, then the next pendant, which is an interchangeable pendant that I made. So I used this finding with these blue beads, with these top drilled aqua beads, the bumpy star bead caps, and the dagger drops. And my next pendant, this one was also made with memory wire and of course my absolute favorite stones here. And I like the memory wire again because it keeps its shape really well. And I used my own chain. Each of the chains that I actually made were about 22 to 24 inches. For my next piece, this bracelet was made with memory wire. As you know, I like the bangle style bracelet, and I just added, you know, the string of beads, a little bit bigger, some a little bit smaller, and then a chain to just hold the whole thing together, but it fits over your wrist, and then it closes back together, and yeah, makes it a really pretty, beautiful little bangle. This bracelet here is actually an actual, I love this bracelet. I decided to pair the fancy shield with the handmade porcelain oval beads. And I used one of my own toggle clasps since they only gave us 3 in the package. I needed more for the designs that I was making today. But this is a really interesting bracelet. I thought it was kind of cute. I love things that look totally different. And I mean, that's so different. I like things that are unique and unusual. Between 5 of these beads, I just put a little spacer bead. For my next and favorite bracelet, I had these, I think they were, I don't know, these findings, I had 2 packages of these, so there was 4 in each. So with 8 of them, I thought, you know what, I can make a really cool, unusual looking bracelet. So that's what I did. And I just love the way that this one turned out. And you can pair it with the other ones that or wear it all by itself. On the back, I used one of the teardrop toggle clasps that came with this month's subscription. And then some of the beads that I had to just make the bracelet the size that I needed. But it worked out really pretty, really, really pretty. I love this one. If you guys would like to see how this bracelet is made, just let me know and I will do a follow-up video to show you how I made this, because I have more findings like this and I think I'm gonna make a couple more. I think this is such a pretty bracelet. Definitely you know, a really nice statement piece. Also, I just wanted to mention that I did use my own 4mm jump rings. These were my good ones in antique copper. Yeah, because I had already decided I needed the jump rings to actually, you know, be able to put these together the way that I wanted. But yeah. So for the earrings, again, I used the other two of these little findings here and just clustered it up with beads. I used some of the little leaf beads. And then I used, you know, three of the briolets at the back. And again, using my own jump rings to hold them together. And they ended up really pretty. And then I just added my own antique copper ear wires to finish them off. And they go really nicely with the first pendant necklace that I made. The next set of earrings, since I had two of these crackled agates left, are these ones here. Now I was actually going to make a cluster on the top of these stones, and just had a heck of a time. I couldn't seem to do it. I don't know what happened, but so I took some of my 18 gauge half round antique coppered wire. This is tarnish free wire, and I just decided to do some wire wrapping on the top of them, and actually they ended up looking really pretty. I like the way that they turned out. The next set I made is these ones here, and I used some of the chain to hold my ear wire and memory wire to make the shape of the U. And then just clustered on some of the beads. I think they turned out really pretty. And if you love danglies, these are cute. And then using some of my own wire, I did some of my own weaving to be able to put these beads together and make them movable. And then of course, the small dagger drop. And I love danglies. I love it when they're long. They look so pretty. And then I used, again, my own ear wire, antique copper ear wire. In the bargain bead box, they always give us these tiny little small beads, and honestly, a lot of times I have a problem with these because they're so tiny, you know, to bead on some of the big beads that I like to use, especially in my wire designs. It's hard. You can't find any wire that will go through these beads. And unfortunately, some of them did break. But I did manage to use 28 gauge wire and made these little flowers, and then just wrapped them around in 18 gauge square wire to make these teardrop hoops. I thought they turned out really pretty. Like, those are so cute. They're different, right? I mean, they're different. To bind them off, again, I used the 18 gauge half round antique copper wire. And all of this wire is from Parawire. And my own antique copper ear wires. Yep, they turned out really nice. I love these. So when I was done all the pieces, I actually just had some of these left over, and I'm thinking, like, I didn't know if I wanted to make another pendant or something different. So this one, actually, you could use it as a pendant, or I'm planning to actually put it on my purse. I love hanging things from my purse. I'm crazy about that. So I'm just going to use, you know, this to hang on my purse. And I just used my 4mm jump rings to add, you know, to put them all together, and then some of my own wire, you know, to make the loops here through the bead, and then add a cluster of what I had left. So this is actually a cluster of what I had left, and it turned out pretty. I mean, that's cute. You can even use it on a keychain. I probably wouldn't use it on a keychain. I think some of these beads would probably break, but on my purse, it'll look really pretty. Or you could use it as a pendant too. You know, just put your chain through here. You can even add a jump ring if you wanted. It'd have to be a little bit bigger jump ring. This one is a 4mm, so probably an 8mm jump ring or two to hang a chain, you know, to hang it from a chain. And that would look pretty too. So that is what I made with this month's bargain bead box. And honestly, like, if you have a lot of your own stash, findings. Like I have a lot of jump rings. I do have a lot of chain. I do make a lot of jewelry as well besides the bargain bead box. So I have a lot of things that I can use to put, you know, the whole thing together. I like to stretch my bargain bead box as far as it can possibly go. As you can see, I did a lot this time with what I got, and you know, there's a lot of jewelry here. If you want to know how I made some of these pieces, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than willing to do a video, you know, maybe on this bracelet or actually any of the pieces that I made here. It was a lot of fun playing with the Spring Rain collection. I did manage to stretch it really, really far. Again, as always, you know, they give you a shipment identification key so you can kind of figure out everything that you're getting. Information on the beads, your coupon code for beadboxbargains.com, that is their sister website, and the Facebook. You can go to the Facebook page, enter your pieces, and if you win, a $25 gift card. So I think that's pretty cool. So you guys have a great weekend. I would love to see you back here for my next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.